So could you tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been working on Yufu 10 and what your position is?
Bisa perkenalkan dirimu, berapa lama kerja di UFU dan jabatanmu?
Oke, nama saya Mas Duki, kerja di UFU sudah 15 bulan dan saya sebagai koki.
I'm Mas Duki. I've been on UFU for 15 months and I'm working as a cook.
So for how many months were your salary payments delayed and how did that affect you personally?
Berapa lama gajinya yang belum dibayarkan dan bagaimana akibatnya untukmu?
Gaji yang belum saya terima 15 bulan dan saya akibatnya di rumah ada utang.
I haven't been unpaid for 15 months and the consequence for me is my family are really in deep debt at home in Indonesia.
Is this the first time you've encountered problems with your salary?
Apakah ini masalahmu pertama kali terkait gaji seperti ini?
Ya, ini pertama kali yang saya alami di kapal Taiwan.
This is my first time facing this issue on Taiwanese vessel.
Did your employer say why he hasn't been able to pay you?
Apakah majikanmu pernah menjelaskan atau pemilik kapal pernah menjelaskan kenapa kalian belum dibayar?
Saya tidak pernah menerima penjelasan dari pemilik kapal soal gaji. Mereka intinya suruh kita menunggu.
I never receive any explanation from the owner. The only message they convey is they ask us to wait, just wait.
Tell us a bit about your working and living conditions on the ship and also the food that you have been given.
Kasih tahu kita tentang kerja di atas kapal dan makanan. Kamu sebagai koki misalnya.
Oke, kalau kerja di kapal itu dari pagi jam 7 itu yang kerja 6 orang nyampe jam 11, nanti istirahat nyampe sore sekitar jam 4 sore baru kita mulai kerja semua. Dari seluruh APK kerja semua. Terus kalau soal makan, pagi 1 kali sama sore. Kalau pagi sekitar jam 9, jam 10. Kalau sore jam 6.
Yeah. So usually we start our day at 7 a.m. in the morning until about 11 and we were divided into 2 shifts. And after finishing our work at 11 noon, we'll take rest and then restart our work again from 4 p.m. and everyone works, no shift in the afternoon and until we finish the work. And usually the crews eat 2 times in a day, around 9 to 10 a.m. in the morning and around 6 p.m. in the afternoon.
So, how badly overworked would you say you were?
Jadi kalau menurutmu sendiri, seberapa buruknya lingkungan kerja itu untuk kalian?
Kalau masalah lingkungan kerja, mungkin kami semua bisa terima. Tapi kalau soal makanan telat supply, kita sering minum air sulingan.
About the working condition, we can accept that. About the working hours, we can accept this cycle. But about this food, this is something that we have to discuss. And especially when the supply deliveries came late.
What happened as a result of the late food deliveries?
Apa akibatnya ketika suplai makanan itu terlambat?
Kalau suplai makanan terlambat, kita masak seadanya. Dan kalau air mineral habis, kita minum air dari sulingan. Malah kadang kalau kita masak seadanya kan misal nggak ada bahan, kita masak umpan. Ya seadanya.
So when the food supply was late, we can only cook anything available on the vessel. And when we are run out of bottled mineral water, we can only drink desalinated seawater. And this is the only, we really only cook, eat, and drink anything available on that vessel.
As far as I know, one time when your food deliveries were late, you were resigned to eating some pretty distasteful stuff, and also I heard there were some pest infestations. Could you tell us a bit more about that?
Ya, jadi tadi ketika berbicara tadi, katanya pernah satu kali makanan kalian terlambat dan kalian harus memakan makanan yang sangat-sangat tidak mengenakan. Bisa bercerita lebih jauh tentang situasi ini?
Kalau pas suplai kita telat, kita paling masak cuma satu macam, umpan. Itu saja, sama nasi.
Itu masaknya bagaimana misalnya?
Ya kalau kita misal masak umpan paling digoreng.
Okay, so when we have late food supply, sometimes we just cook the same food over and over, such as fried baits and rice, just it, day and morning and afternoon, just fried rice and just rice and fried fish, fried baits.
And were your beds also infested by some kind of bug? Could you tell us?
Bisa bercerita tentang tempat tinggal kalian di kapal, misalnya kutu kasur yang kalian singgung tadi.
Oke, kalau tempat kita tidur, tempat kita istirahat, saya rasa kurang layak. Tempatnya sudah nggak layak, rusak, terus ditambah lagi ada kutu. Itu saja.
I think our living condition on fishing vessel is really inhuman, indecent. Other than it's broken, small and broken, it also contain a lot of bed bugs.
Kalau saya tambahkan, ada 2 orang yang tidur di luar kamar malah.
Tidur di luar
Di luar kamar.
karena tidak muat.
Bukan, karena saking nggak betahnya.
So, okay, I would like to add, for your information, there are 2 of us who choose to sleep outside of the bedroom because we just cannot bear the situation. We cannot bear the condition on the bedroom.
So what would you have to go through if you were to change employers? Do you have any idea?
Kalau kamu misalnya mau mengganti majikan, kira-kira apa langkah yang mau kamu lakukan atau apa yang mau kamu cari?
Kalau saya ya, mungkin saya pribadi, saya pengennya ya tempat istirahat yang layak, minimal kalau bisa pakai AC. Terus yang kedua, wifi, itu pasti harus. Dan makanan sama mineral, air mineral tidak boleh telat. Itu saja.
So, if I'm looking for a new employer, I think there are several conditions that I would like to mention here. So the first one is decent living condition. At least it has an AC in the bedroom, Wi-Fi, of course, to contact our families and everyone. And third one is food and water. It cannot be late. Yeah.
So what's your plan for the future?
Jadi kira-kira apa gambaranmu untuk kedepannya?
Bagi saya,
Ya,
kalau bagi saya, mungkin sekarang yang saya kepengen, saya balik ke Indonesia dulu.
ya. Pergi lagi ke luar negeri atau gimana?
Belum saya pikirkan.
Ya. I think for now I would like to go back to Indonesia, get back all my salary and return back to Indonesia. And I'm still thinking whether I should go fishing again or what should I do next.